Johnny said to Joey, "Where are you going exactly?" Joey said to Johnny, "I don't know exactly." "Then how will you know when you get there?" asked Johnny. Joey said, "'Cause I'll be there." Johnny was confused. "If you don't know where you're going, and you won't know until you get there, why are you even going?" Joey squirmed and said, "I don't know, but I'm hoping." Johnny walked away. You and I usually base our goals upon what we believe to be our desires. In fact, one of the most basic premises of economics is that people know their own likes and dislikes. But we often find out that what we thought we wanted before we got it is no longer what we really want once we have it. Just as people adapt rapidly to drastic events like winning the lottery or becoming paralyzed, we get used to almost anything we are frequently exposed to. That's why the money we spend on big purchases gives us such a perishable and only momentary pleasure. To put a twist on the Rolling Stones song, you can't always want what you get. Or better, won't want what you get. Take that new SUV. When you first drive it off the lot, it glistens like a gigantic jewel and feels just as fast and safe and soft and roomy as you had dreamed. Becoming an owner is even better than you imagined. But it often turns out being the owner is not as grand as you thought it would be in the beginning. In a couple of weeks, the last trace of new car smell is gone. In a month or two, the exterior is scarred with little dings and scratches, while the interior is splattered with coffee, Gatorade, and goodness knows what else. Got kids? Then you know what that means. It's hard to park, and every time you pull out of a gas station, you leave at least $50 behind. With each passing day, the contrast between your vision of what ownership would be and the reality of what it has turned out to be will become more glaring. Therefore, while you might not quite be willing to renounce your new SUV, it will probably give you much less pleasure than you were sure you would get from it. Same goes for the beautiful new suit or shoes. They'll get stained or go out of style too soon. Or the kitchen you just remodeled. The countertop gets chipped, the floor tiles get scratched, and somehow the fridge still isn't big enough. Big capital expenditures like those can give us a great deal of pleasure when we imagine the results ahead of time. Unfortunately, the vision pales by comparison when it collides with the reality. You are left weighing what you got against what you dreamed you would have, and the results can feel flawed, even a little dirty compared with your dream. Because those original dreams remain so vivid, you often come to the wrong conclusion. Instead of realizing that big spending will probably never make you happy, you conclude that you simply spent your bundle on the wrong thing. You say to yourself or others, "Next time I'm getting a Lexus instead of this doggone SUV, Acura, Camry, Cadillac." Then if the Lexus lets you down, you wish for a BMW, Audi, Infiniti, and so on, condemning yourself to an unending cycle of build-ups and letdowns. This can happen both with large and not so large dreams and investments, not just cars or kitchens. George Bernard Shaw was right when he wrote, "There are two tragedies in life. One is to lose your heart's desire. The other is to gain it." So when deciding on what to manifest in your life, make your choices wisely. Sometimes allowing God or the universe or love or whatever source you happen to hold dear to guide you may ultimately be the wisest choice you can make. Why? Because you don't always know what's best for you. Allow yourself to dream, open to guidance, and prepare to receive. This series of video and audio recordings is meant to help you discover what you want, why you want it, and how to let go and let the source of all that is guide you toward your best, which, by the way, will invariably be best for all concerned in your life. That source is within you right now, waiting only for you to allow it to work its seeming magic. By the end of this series, you will know more than you have ever known about abundance, affirmations, manifestation, and receiving. And more, you will know how to let it happen all the time. Prepare to be amazed. Revisit the sessions often to help you become the expert in advanced abundance. Make it a habit, and soon you'll wonder how you ever missed all this. But you're here now, so Ready? Let's get to it then. Namaste. The divine in me recognizes and acknowledges the divine in you. One of my dear friends, who goes by the pseudonym of Guru Da, tells this little story. My grandpa on my dad's side used to tell us kids that no matter which way we looked, if we really looked hard, we could see the elves. What elves? We would ask. Each time he would describe a different kind of elf that we might see. Elves of joy, elves of peace, elves of fun and new toys. But he spoke often of the elves of opportunity. Listen to them, he would say. They will help you all of your life. And he was right. Throughout my life, I have looked for the elves and have always found them frolicking and playing just at the corner of my vision. But I learned over the years which ones to heed and which ones to avoid. Was I always spot on? No. I fell flat a time or two. And those falls actually turned out to be a kind of opportunity as well. Mistakes can be great teachers if we're not bitter about them. Abundance has shown itself continually as I still remain open to the elves of opportunity. I also still use my mentors. I don't know everything after all. If you don't know how to get from Los Angeles to Denver, it helps to have a map, or GPS, or something or someone to guide you so that you can arrive in Denver in good time and in good shape. So I begin this series of videos with the 5 B's of abundance. That's B-E. This is your map that will help you arrive at your chosen destination. I do suggest that you also relax and enjoy the journey. These are the 5 B's of advanced abundance. You're about to experience a whole new level of manifestation if you stay throughout the entire series. And there's a special secret waiting for you at the end. A secret that will up your level of manifestation by lots of points. Stay tuned. First, be clear. Knowing what you really want is essential. Otherwise, you're just guessing. Clarity brings results. Second, be open. Receiving what you want depends on unlocking your head and your heart. Fear can be a stumbling block to clarity. Admit it, face it, be free to receive. Third, be observant. As soon as you get clear and open up to receive, little signs will begin to show themselves as to the direction you now should take. Like signs along the freeway. Watch for them. They can appear in some unlikely places. Fourth, be ready. Clarity, openness, and observation can really start things moving. Recognize that you are not alone in your manifesting. Is everyone of importance to you on board? Check now. Changes in your life will affect everyone else in it. And finally, fifth, be still. Now that you're clear, open, observant, and ready, allow the universe, source, God, love to bring it all together. Relax your mind and body. The continuing steps you need to take will be revealed to you. Take them in joy. Remember this. The greatest stumbling blocks to manifestation are not on the outside, they're on the inside. So, you now know the 5 B's of advanced abundance. Be clear, be open, be observant, be ready, and be still. All is in place. It's up to you now. Each of these B's will be covered in detail during the rest of the videos in this program. If you truly want to be an advanced abundance expert, be sure to not miss any of them. In closing today's session, I share this with you from Buddhism. Imagine that the whole world is awake except you. Let everything be your teacher. All are doing just the right thing to help you learn patience, compassion, wisdom. In the next video, Be Clear, you will discover how clarity is key when it comes to manifesting what you want. Without it, even the universe won't know how to help you. Don't miss it. Namaste. The divine in me recognizes and acknowledges the divine in you. Sarah Ban-Breathnock, in her book Simple Abundance, wrote this: "For each of us, there is a deeply personal dream waiting to be discovered and fulfilled. When we cherish our dream and then invest love, creative energy, perseverance, and passion in ourselves, we will achieve an authentic success. Let your imagination soar, for in it is your soul's blueprint for success." No matter what you want to have in your life, no matter what you want to do, it is important that first and foremost you get absolutely clear on what that is. Clear as in the perfect diamond or the mountain lake. The famous billionaire H.L. Hunt was asked his process for success at anything. Here's what he revealed. First, decide what you want. Second, decide what you'll give up or release. Third, set your priorities. Finally, be about it. Let's reframe and go a bit deeper. Decide what you want. First, let your selfish desires show themselves. Then, when you've looked them over, you can start to recreate them in more dynamic tones. Give them color, depth, a sense of meaning. And you'll find much of the selfish slipping away. That's when you'll find out what you really want. Your vision will become clear only when you look into your heart. Carl Jung. Next, decide what you'll give up or release. Anytime you move something new into your life, it will, by the laws of science, displace something else. What might that be? Now, when you figure it out, get comfortable with it. Self-discipline is the foundation of character, and character is the foundation of all lasting success. Keith Ellis, The Magic Lamp. And set your priorities. If you say you want something, but you don't give its achievement or appearance in your life much of your time and attention, you may not really want it. That's okay. You can start over and reframe anytime you choose. Our intentions are our true prayers, and they are fueled by the fire of our focused attention. Mary Cox Garner. Then be about it, as H.L. Hunt suggests. That means get up off your duff, put energy into it, and help the creation process. Nothing happens until something moves, says Albert Einstein. Living your dream can mean overcoming fear, both of failure and success. It can take some effort, some time, and some commitment. You may think you can't do it, but it is never too late. As James Michener said, "One who has mastered the art of living pursues his vision of excellence at whatever he does, leaving others to decide whether he is working or playing." Each day is brand new, and this is the youngest you will ever be again. Don't waste another moment. Your dream calls. Decide what you want, decide what you'll release to make room for your want, set your priorities, and be about it. Simple enough? Yeah. Revisit this session often in order to make it stick. The more it becomes a permanent habit of mind and heart, the more abundance you will experience. In the next video, Be Open, you'll discover why an open mind always manifests much better than a closed one, and why the closed mind almost never enjoys any manifestations it might receive. A good one, don't miss it. Namaste. The divine in me recognizes and acknowledges the divine in you. I have an evangelical Christian friend who is literally scared to death. He claims to have an amazing relationship with Jesus and praises him daily. He goes to a big church, helps fundraise, volunteers, works with the kids, all of it. Yet, he admits to me privately he is living in a complete state of uncertainty. Why, you might ask? If he's so in love with Christ, what's the reason for all the fear? Well, his words. I never feel worthy enough. I always fall short. My best isn't good enough. I see hell's door more often than heaven's gate. Maybe I'm not really saved. He shares with me some passages of scripture that he says gives him reason to be frightened for his eternal soul. One in particular, I won't quote it here, says in essence, "Many are called, few are chosen." He has convinced himself he is not among the chosen. He can't seem to change his mind. His mind is sealed shut. I share with you a powerful term. Mind sealed shut. What exactly is a closed mind? Mental closure means living in a state where new ideas are ignored, criticized, or otherwise pushed away. Doors of the mind remain sealed shut. The prime response of the mind sealed shut? Defending existing beliefs, values, mental models, ideas, etc. without question. You are always right, everyone else is wrong, even if my beliefs are causing me great distress. Ironically, it can be a very comfortable state. Thinking outside the box is a no-no. Plus, closed people seek others of like mind to help reinforce their stodgy relationship to the world. Mind sealed shut supports the status quo. But it can also be a state of embattlement, especially if you are seeking to open more doors. Because while you work to open some doors, you are also fighting to keep them closed. More of us are in that particular state than would probably admit it. So, how to become mind fully open? To be open means, first, you begin with a sense of curiosity. Every moment is an opportunity to learn. Many existing ideas and models are temporary and flexible. Second, you see things both as they are and also how they can be. You begin to consciously see the world as alive, dynamic, full of promise, rather than danger around every corner. Third, you become interested in what's going on around you, and because of that, you are more interesting. Fourth, you seek new experiences and conversation, knowing that even the dust of the earth has something to say. Everything has a story if you just look. Finally, you don't allow fear to make your decisions all the time. Oh, sure, sometimes fear is necessary. If your house is on fire, grab the kids and get out. But that's an exception. To be clear, we all have habits. And habit is good. To a point. We need it, or we would constantly have to be mindful of every little thing we do each day, like tying our shoe or driving. We create those habits so our subconscious can do most of the daily work for us. But in order to move beyond set boundaries, we must consciously choose to open our minds, hearts, and lives to new possibilities. Sure, you'll trip now and then, stumble, even fall. But that's okay. Mistakes are part of the opening process. Paul Arden says, "The person who doesn't make mistakes is unlikely to make anything." And therein lies a bit of secret that many do not know. The more closed your mind, the more closed your heart. And the more closed heart, the less grateful you usually are. And the less grateful, the poorer the manifestations in your life. And even if you do get some of the goodies, you don't enjoy them as much as you would with a more open approach to things. Choose now to open your mind even wider than it's been. The greater will be your success on every level: physical, spiritual, in relationships, and in your professional life. It cannot be otherwise. The open-minded, open-hearted, grateful, and sharing person always reaps the greatest benefits. That's advanced abundance. Now you know. Be sure to revisit this session as many times as it takes to help you open your mind to the universe and everything it has to offer. In our next session, Be Observant, You'll discover how to observe what's going on around you and how the universe is maneuvering things, people, situations in order to bring your good into your life. Do not miss it.